Week 7 NFL action is here in our Madden 22 franchise with the Philadelphia Eagles. In this one, the Birds return home, winners of 2 straight, as they are set to face off against the 2-3 kneecap-biting Detroit Lions. Before we get into today's episode, we will be doing our very first prospect profile here in Season 2, in which we will be looking at the quarterbacks in this year's draft class. With Jalen Hurts' inconsistencies so far this season, it's no secret that quarterback will be a position that we at least consider addressing in the offseason. It is a pretty strong QB class. I do think this group of players is more talented than last year's quarterback class. I think there's a lot more depth at the position this year, so that gives us a really good opportunity across the board to look at a few different players, whether we want to go with one early or one late. We're going to go over a few in specific who I think are the most enticing, and I think it's fitting that we start with the top projected quarterback in this year's draft class, Westlake's Anthony Cortez III. We touched on him a little bit last season, and we said that he would probably be the number 1 QB in this year's class. That has not changed. Cortez is not the biggest guy, stands at 6 foot, only weighs 190 pounds, but he's a really talented football player. This guy has a cannon for an arm, really impressive accuracy, and can make plays with his legs too. While we're on the subject of Westlake, his backup quarterback, Greg Waters-Key, who has not gotten a ton of in-game reps yet, is currently projected to be the number 1 quarterback in next year's draft class. Waters-Key is only a redshirt freshman, so he is not draft eligible, but with Cortez entering the draft this year, Greg Waters-Key will get to start next year, and I do think he will be a name to look out for as a possible high pick in a year from now. But back to Anthony Cortez III. When you look at his physical traits, they are off the chart. He has great to elite athleticism in every category, including throw power, which is a really big deal. Although we do already have 4 wins and we're not going to be bad enough to get him, we do have the ammo to move up for him if that's an avenue we would look at. The other currently projected first-round quarterback is Joe Kilpatrick of NC State. Kilpatrick is one of 2 quarterbacks in this class, along with Anthony Cortez III, who is currently projected to go in the first round of Madden's first mock draft. That mock had Anthony Cortez going 3rd to the Dolphins and Joe Kilpatrick going 20th to the Vikings. Kilpatrick, I think, is arguably a more NFL-ready player than Cortez. He's a little bit more polished, but he does not have the physical upside that a guy like Anthony Cortez has. He's a very accurate quarterback inside and outside the pocket, but his arm strength is a little bit lacking. He's athletic, but not quite the athlete that Cortez is. A fringe first-round quarterback is Ricky Ratzavinsky out of Illinois. He is currently not projected to go in round 1 of the mock draft, but if there's a team in the back end of the first round and needs a quarterback and wants your traditional pocket passer type of guy, Ricky Ratzavinsky might be the selection. He has a beautiful arm, although he doesn't really provide you a ton of mobility, which is not ideal, doesn't make plays as a runner, and he needs to do a little bit better when he's not under a clean pocket. Nonetheless, he has a pretty strong arm, really accurate as well, one of the most accurate QBs in this class. One of the fastest risers at the quarterback position is Malik Black out of South Florida. Stands at 6'2", under 200 pounds, but put simply, this kid is a playmaker. And based on his few games so far this season, he has skyrocketed up draft boards, and if he continues at his trajectory, he could be a first-round pick, and he could be the 2nd quarterback off the board behind Anthony Cortez III. Malik Black is just an extraordinary talent, somebody who can make plays with his legs. He is so impressive under pressure in the pocket. Some of the throws he makes are ridiculous. Super athletic, solid arm strength. He does need to improve on his accuracy and consistency, but if he keeps playing as well as he is, he's going to be a first-round pick. C.C. Vaughn out of UCLA is a player we looked at last year. He's one of my favorite mid-round options in this draft class. Of course, he originally enrolled at Westlake, lost in the quarterback battle to Anthony Cortez III, and he is very similar measurables to Cortez. The way I view him is he's a slightly worse version of Anthony Cortez III. So pretty much, would you rather use a top 5 pick on Cortez or like a 3rd or 4th round pick on Vaughn? Vaughn has great arm strength. He's a really good athlete, can make plays with his legs. He also needs to improve a little bit on his consistency, but he does have a larger sample size than Malik Black, and I think he could be a really good day 2 pick. Looking at some of the likely day 3 quarterbacks, there are a few talented players here. Joe Sims out of Syracuse, Henry Chipperfield from Colorado State. But the one who interests me is Frederick William Bernard out of Houston. He's the Jameis Winston of college football, which I mean that in a good way and a bad way. The bad way is pretty self-explanatory. He throws a lot of turnover-worthy passes and needs to really, get better reads, to put it bluntly. However, some of his splash plays are really impressive, and because of that, he is an enticing prospect in the 4th or 5th round who I think the Eagles could look at. Now really going down the board, looking for some late flyers, Josh Jones out of the Miami, Ohio, is certainly an interesting kid. Only 20 years old, one of the youngest prospects in this year's draft class, but he does have a lot of potential. Now, he is raw, but I do think he can really grow if he's under the right system. You'd hope someone as raw as him had freakish athleticism, which I can't really say about Josh Jones, which is the big knock on him and why he is currently a day 3 projected pick. But he is a cannon for an arm. He can make all the throws. It's just a matter of consistency and getting the right system. And I think, depending on where he gets drafted, he could be really interesting. Doing some more digging here, Ramel Kennedy out of California is one of the more talented quarterbacks, not only in just a loaded Pac-12 conference, but in college football as a whole, and is someone who I think is worth a day 3 selection. He is a little bit inconsistent, but again, he is a playmaker. His splash plays aren't as impressive as a guy like Malik Black, which is why Kennedy is projected to go on day 3. But I think he has a higher ceiling than most of the day 3 quarterbacks, and somebody who has the upside with his athleticism to, who knows, maybe be a starting quarterback in the NFL one day. The final players whose film we're going to look at is Gino Rigoli out of Clemson. So Rigoli is projected as an undrafted free agent at the moment, but I do expect him to get drafted. His brother, Antonio Rigoli, got drafted last year in the 7th round, I believe by the Indianapolis Colts, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Gino Rigoli here could be really solid. Although the Colts don't need a quarterback, considering they drafted Malachi Madison number 1 overall last year, I think Rigoli is a real diamond in the rough here at the back end of day 3. And although the Eagles did draft a young quarterback last year late in Maddox Gillard, the value with Rigoli in the 6th or 7th round might be too much to pass up on. So that will conclude our quarterbacks prospect profile. A lot of those QBs were subscriber-made players, so if you want to make players for the draft class, join the Discord server. Link is in the description. Now talking about the current Eagles, as you can see right here, we have a breakout opportunity for defensive end Josh Sweat, who has been an animal so far this season. Career high in tackles for loss at 11. He's almost at his career high in sacks, currently sitting at 6. He had 4 TFLs last week, 2 sacks last week, and keep in mind he's only played 6 games this year. That's how impressive he is approaching some of these career highs. The Detroit Lions are in a very interesting position, and they have decided to make a move going into this game, benching quarterback Jared Goff in for 2nd round rookie Jakari Johnson out of Louisiana Tech. Johnson has not played a game yet, but he does have a lot of weapons on this team, most notably Zayden Savage, who was, of course, the 5th overall pick by the Lions in this year's draft, a player the Eagles highly considered. Detroit also has DeMarcus Robinson, Jacoby Myers, among others at wide receiver. So as we look at the game plan, I want to focus on stopping Jakari Johnson because we don't know what to expect with him. He has a cannon for an arm, so I think the Lions are going to really try to stretch the field vertically, which is completely the opposite of what they did with Jared Goff offensively. And then for our offense, I want to continue focusing on running the ball. But I also wanted to game plan for short passing this week because Jalen Hurts did kind of struggle in that area last week, so hopefully he picks it up. Week 7 is here, and the 4-2 Philadelphia Eagles are going to try to make it 3 in a row as they face off against the 2-3 Detroit Lions, led by the 2nd round pick out of Louisiana Tech, Jakari Johnson, who will be making his first career start for the benched Jared Goff, who he's been Jared Goff this year. Let's just put it like that. Lions and Eagles underway. Will the Eagles make it 3 in a row, or will the rookie spoil the fun? So the Lions will start on offense today, which means to open this game, we will get our first look at the new kid at the block, the 6'8", second-round pick, Jakari Johnson, who has a great arm, not overly mobile. His short and intermediate accuracy are not great, but he's got a cannon. 2nd and 10 here for the Lions. Johnson, deep downfield. It's caught by the rookie, Zayden Savage, his first NFL completion. Speaking of rookies, that was Nehemiah Richardson on the coverage. Not a great play there. Fitting that the Eagles did draft Richardson over Savage. On 3rd and 1, the former Lion, Darius Slade, deflects the pass, incomplete. So it's 4th and 1 at the 39, and the Lions are punting. This is like the most anti-Dan Campbell call ever. Not a great punt from former Westlake Hornet Mike Jenkins. And now the Eagles offense is out on the field. 2nd and 10 for Jalen Hurts and crew. It's going to be an RPO screen for Jalen Reagor, who gets the first down. Reagor started the year off quiet, but the past couple of weeks he has played quite a bit better, and it has been good to see him improving throughout the season. Jet sweep into the hands of Reagor, who outruns a couple defenders, gets another first down before being lassoed out of bounds by Wilson. Good start to the game here for Jalen Reagor. A couple first downs on this opening possession. And now it is 3rd and 8 from the 33. Hurts looking to throw it. Can't find anybody. He is sacked. B.J. Hill gets to the backfield. A huge play for the Lions defense, which will knock Philadelphia out of field goal range. They could go for the 59-yard kick with Zebediah Phoenix, who has not missed a kick this season, but instead they opt to punt it. The former Lion, Jack Fox, will pin it back at the 12. So that is where the Lions will start this drive. So a couple interesting calls by these two teams to punt it in situations where maybe they shouldn't have. We'll see if that comes back to bite either side. As on 2nd and 8, Johnson lofts it up for T.J. Hawkinson, who mosses Deshaun Elliott to the 37-yard line. Although Hawkinson is more of a better fit in a short passing game offense with Jared Goff, expect Hawkinson to still have a big game, and same can be said for the running back DeAndre Swift, who's also a threat in the short pass game. On 2nd down, the pass is tipped, and it's intercepted! Nehemiah Richardson, the 3rd overall pick out of Ohio State, with his 2nd interception in the past 2 weeks, and it's not going to count. Roughing the passer against Josh Sweat. Not only does that negate the interception, but it's also an automatic first down, and it moves the Lions up 15 yards. So just a really bad flag there by Sweat, who obviously has a lot to prove today. On 1st down, Jacoby Myers somehow hauls that one in. I don't know how he did. Impressive catch by the free agent signing from the Patriots, as it's now 3rd and 11 from the 31. Johnson looking to throw it, goes short for Hawkinson. Great tackle by Nehemiah Richardson, who had an awesome drive. Unfortunately, the interception didn't count, but it is Richardson who ends the drive. And it's going to be Matthew Wright on for the field goal. This kick from 40 yards out to put the Lions on the board. It's good. So Detroit will strike first. They will make it 3-0, and the Eagles will get it back. We'll see if the offense can start to get into a groove on this drive as it's 3rd and 7. Hurts his pass for Smith is incomplete. That was a good throw, but it was broken up in the secondary, and that would end the first quarter. Not a great start for the Eagles, not a terrible start though, as they are currently down 3-0. On to the second quarter. Johnson under pressure. He gets it to the rookie, Zayden Savage. Pushed out of bounds by Nehemiah Richardson. Nice gain of 22. For the top 5 pick out of Penn State, who has looked really impressive in this game. So far, he has won his battles against fellow top draft pick Nehemiah Richardson. 2nd and 7. Johnson scrambling on the run with a dot. Back to Jacoby Myers, who brings it to the 34. And Jakari Johnson, I've got to say, I know it's a small sample size, but he's looking real good today. Handoff up the middle for the Philadelphia native, DeAndre Swift, who gains 10. Slow start for Swift, but we'll see if that run can help him sort of get into a groove, because the Eagles' run defense has been really good today. 1st and goal at the 1, handoff for Jamal Williams, and he is pummeled back for a loss of 4. The big fella, Fletcher Cox, comes in and makes the play. Cox has not been as impressive as he was last year, but has still had a nice season there at defensive tackle. Detroit has it back at the 1. 3rd and goal. Handoff for Jamar Jefferson, and he loses another yard. The rookie out of Westlake, Winston Johnson, brings him down, and it's 4th and goal at the 2, and the Lions are kicking a field goal. Again, this is the most anti-Dan Campbell call ever, As a real Lions fan, I'm disappointed, Dan. Nonetheless, Matthew Wright makes the field goal, and from the perspective of the Eagles, the Lions only going for the field goal there is probably for the better. So now it's 6-0. 3rd and 9. Hurts scrambling. He does not get the first down. Julian Okwara does a great job of chasing him down. Hurts looked like he had the open rushing lane, but Okwara was able to make the play. And it has been tough sledding for the Eagles offense. Still no points here in this first half with just over 2 minutes to go. On 2nd and 1, it's a handoff to the outside for Swift. Breaks the tackle from Richardson and is eventually brought down at the Philadelphia 45. Big run for DeAndre Swift, the St. Joseph's High alum. Now following play, 1st and 10 after the 2-minute warning. Johnson looking to throw it. He will connect with TJ Hawkinson. Nice gain of 16 yards, quickly tackled by Josh Uche, who of course played his college ball at the University of Michigan. But still a nice first down for Hawk, and the Lions offense is moving it really well. On 2nd and 10, there's Zayden Savage with a gain of 12. Quick tackle by Nehemiah Richardson, but I've got to say, Zayden Savage has continued to be really impressive today. He looks like a top 5 pick. First down, short throw for Myers, who gets 6, but the big story on this play, Fletcher Cox is hurt. It looks like he was grabbing at his right arm. This could be really, really bad news. Cox seen going to the locker room. The official diagnosis is a dislocated shoulder. His day will be done. He could miss multiple weeks, which is gigantic for the Eagles. 3rd and goal. Handoff for Jamal Williams. He is in for a Lions touchdown. And it has been all Detroit here in the first half. The Eagles' goal line defense has been so good today, but not on that play. It is now 13-0. The game is rumbling. The play art is all distorted. It is just a disaster for the Eagles offense. 3rd and 10. Hurts his pass nearly intercepted. Just a disaster of a first half for the Eagles offense. I mean, it has been a train wreck. And the Lions still have 22 seconds and 2 timeouts. They're going to try to put up some more points. Johnson on the out route. Caught by DeMarcus Robinson. The rookie safety, Jeremiah Nabuke, tried to play for the ball rather than the receiver, and that decision backfired. 2nd and inches now from the 41. Lions have 10 seconds and a timeout. Johnson can't find anybody open. Now scrambling to the right side. He is going to be sacked. Cleveland Farrell gets to the backfield. A big sack for the Eagles defense, and that'll conclude the first half. Not a good start for the Eagles, and they could certainly still come back, but yeah, look at those offensive stats for the Eagles. 12 pass plays, 17 passing yards, 42 total offensive yards. I mean, we just need to adjust from all levels offensively. I want to focus on the pass specifically because we're going to have to throw the ball a lot in this second half, considering we are losing. Jakari Johnson has played pretty well, and our defense hasn't been great. It hasn't been awful. I think more of the issues today have to do with the offense, but defensively, Philadelphia hasn't been overly stout either. See what I mean? These issues are just plaguing the Eagles right now. Devontae Smith was wide open there, and Jalen Hurts completely missed the throw. 3rd and 3, handoff for Miles Sanders. Sanders with the first down, cuts to the outside. Miles Sanders down the field, eventually tracked down at the 20 by Jeff Okudah. Huge run for Miles Sanders, who has a huge chip on his shoulder today. It's been a rough season for him. In heavy trade discussion, this could be Miles Sanders' last game as an Eagle. 3rd and 8, Devontae Smith with the first down inside the 5. We do have a flag on the play, however, and it's going to be a defensive pass interference, so it's not going to really end up mattering. The penalty would be declined anyway. That is Amani Oruwariye, the former Penn Stater, with the flag. 1st and goal, play action fake. Hurts connects in the end zone with the undrafted rookie Evan Wiggins. Wiggins with his first career NFL touchdown, and the Eagles are on the board. Maybe it was just a halftime talk in the locker room that the Eagles offense needed to click. 2nd and 4, nice pass for Jacoby Myers. Johnson is getting all of his receivers involved. Myers has played well, Savage has played well, DeMarcus Robinson has a couple catches, Hawkinson has a couple catches. He is really spreading the wealth. First down now. Johnson off his back foot, and it is caught, but out of bounds by Darius Slay. Slay nearly got his 2nd interception in as many weeks against his old team. 3rd and 9 now from the 47. Jakari Johnson looking to throw it, has time, now under a little bit of pressure, incomplete. Great coverage by the Philadelphia secondary. So Detroit is forced to punt it. the Eagles could theoretically take the lead on this possession, which would be quite the change from being down by 2 scores at halftime. On 3rd and 5, the first-round rookie Tykeem Keon hauls it into a 43-yard line, quickly tackled again by Jeff Okudah. 3rd and 6 from the 47. Big play here for Philadelphia. Hurts scrambling, going to try to run for another first down, and this time he gets it. The defensive lineman, Deshaun Hand, was unable to track him down. Big first down run for Jalen Hurts if the drive stays alive, but here's another 3rd down. 3rd and 6, incomplete. He threw that one between Goddard and Smith. I think Goddard was the intended target, but to be honest, Devontae Smith had the best chance at that ball. 4th down now. The Eagles are going to go for it. Gutsy call by Coach Britton. Hurts goes short for Keon, who does not get it. I think the idea was that you're in 4-down territory, although it is 4th and long. Why not risk it? And, well, obviously that decision backfired as the Eagles did not convert. So the Lions have it back. Score remains 13-7. As on 3rd down, here is TJ Hawkinson. Again, the Pro Bowl tight end out of the University of Iowa, who brings it to a 46-yard line for a nice Detroit Lions first down. Next play. Johnson again looking to throw it, and he is picked off. Nehemiah Richardson with another interception. This one will not be called back. Huge play by the rookie. His second career interception. His second interception in the past 2 games. Unfortunately, this one not as dramatic as his first one, which went for a pick 6. But nonetheless, great to see the rookie doing big things. And he also had that other interception earlier in the game that got called back. So it's great to see Richardson's ball skills at full display. That's what she said. And now the Eagles offense has it back. Not a great start to the drive. Rosemont St. Clair, the rookie, loses 3, courteous of Trey Flowers. It's not been a particularly great game for St. Clair. He's been awfully quiet after a big performance a week ago in the win against New York. 3rd and 9. Big play by Tykeem Keon. Good job by Jalen Hurts to trust his receiver to make a play. And Tykeem Keon is dangerous with the ball in his hands. That'll do it for the 3rd quarter. A productive one for the Eagles. They are back in it. Only down by 6 now. And they do have the ball at around midfield. First down. Hurts goes short for Goddard. And the Eagles' offense is starting to get back into a rhythm again. It seems like things are starting to propel their way. 3rd and 9 for the 34. Philadelphia in field goal range. Hurts scrambling, tries to get rid of it, but he's sacked. Oh my goodness, what a costly play by Hurts. Julian Aquara once again with the sack. The Eagles could go for the 59-yard field goal, but instead they will choose to punt it. Jack Fox tries to pin Detroit back deep. How about down at the 6? What a punt by Jack Fox. And now the Lions are backed up inside their own end zone. We'll see if the Eagles defense can send some pressure maybe for a safety. Johnson on first down. Under pressure. And he is sacked in the end zone. 2 hands for safety. Josh Sweat gets the sack. His 7th of the year, which is a career high. And he's a tackle for loss away from completing the breakout challenge. Sweat bullies the right tackle, Panay Sewell, on that play. Just mauling him out of the way. And the Eagles are now only down by 4 as it's 13-9. Philadelphia has it back. Tough throw up the middle. That was a really nice pass by Jalen Hurts into the hands of Rosemont St. Clair to the 42. Very next play for the Eagles offense. Hurts again, drops back to throw it. And he gets it to Devontae Smith on the out route. Unfortunately, Lane Johnson is injured. That's not particularly ideal. He's seen going to the locker room. So right when Jalen Hurts is really starting to pick his play up, one of his key offensive linemen gets hurt. Lane Johnson's already missed a few games this year with injury. It'd be a shame if he suffered another injury. 3rd and 10. Bad pass, overthrowing Devontae Smith, incomplete. So after all that, the Eagles are going to have to punt it again with Jack Fox. Going to try to pin Detroit deep once more. And this ball will go out of bounds at the 2. What a job by Jack Fox, who has been unbelievable today. And Detroit is once again backed up in their own end zone. We'll see if the Eagles can get a second safety. 1st and 10 from the 2. Handoff for Jamal Williams, and he is tackled in the end zone. This time it's Akeem Davis-Gaither, and the Eagles get their second safety within the span of about 2 minutes. I don't think I've ever seen 2 safeties that close to each other, but shout out to Jack Fox for pinning Detroit down deep twice. 3rd and 2. Huge throw under pressure by Hurts, hauled in by Devontae Smith for the first down. The Eagles have it in field goal range now. Jalen Hurts just cannot get himself out of it with a sack. Instead, it's a first down to the 16 by Dallas Goedert. And now barring a turnover or some other catastrophe, the Eagles should score on this drive. 2nd and 7. Nice first down catch from, again, Devontae Smith to the 6. And the Eagles are awfully close to this end zone. 3rd and goal from the 3. Handoff for Sanders. He is going to be stopped on the play. Good job by the Lions defense. But they're not going to call a timeout here, which is odd. So the Eagles are going to choose some clock and send out the rookie, Zebediah Phoenix, who has not missed a kick yet in his NFL career, tries to stay perfect for what would be the Eagles' first lead of the day. Cash money. Phoenix makes the chip shot 22-yarder, and the Eagles lead 14-13. So now it's a huge opportunity here for the rookie, Jakari Johnson, to lead the Lions down the field for the win. Detroit's offense has really struggled in the second half after a great first half. Now, lucky for them, they're not backed up inside the 10-yard line, so now they actually have room to do something. First down, Johnson connects with Savage, who's wide open, gets by Elliott. Zayden Savage, nothing but open field ahead for his first career NFL touchdown. But there is a flag. Hold on. This one might be coming back. It's going to be a hold against the All-Pro center, Frank Ragnow. The touchdown does not count, and the Lions have it back at the 12. Man, what a break for the Eagles. 1st and 20. Johnson is sacked by Akeem Davis-Gaither. 3rd and 25 now after an illegal touching penalty by Detroit, as this one will be caught by Hawkinson, who is pounded by Davis-Gaither, but we do have another flag. And it's going to be a holding against Penei Sewell. If the Eagles accept the penalty, it'll be a safety. So the Eagles have managed to get 3 safeties in 1 quarter. That has to be a record. On 3rd and 2, Miles Sanders finishes it off with the first down run. That's your ball game. The Eagles win. I guess you could say a thriller, 16-13. Probably the weirdest game you'll ever see. This was an ugly one from start to finish. A game that we really had no business winning. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. You will take all the W's that you can get, even if it's an ugly performance against a bad team like the Detroit Lions. In this league, you cannot take wins for granted. So it's a successful week for the Eagles because now they're 5-2. But there's also a lot of work to do with this team. Both quarterbacks were I mean, for his debut, I was impressed with Jakari Johnson. He didn't do a whole lot in the second half, but I liked what I saw from him in the first half. Jalen Hurts, for the most part, wasn't great, although he did have a nice final drive. He definitely played better as the game went along. I will give him credit there. Miles Sanders played his best game of the year, and when Fournette and St. Clair weren't really able to get anything going, it was Miles Sanders who played really well. To be brutally honest, I was planning on trading Miles Sanders next week at the deadline, but after this performance, I don't know if I can do that. Devontae Smith, the leading receiver for catches for both teams. Zayden Savage led in yards. He also had the touchdown taken back. Landon Dickerson, 4 pancakes. You'll love to see it. Our pass rush was, again, pretty impressive. Sacks for Furl, Davis-Gaither, and Sweat. And as you can see, Josh Sweat did have 2 tackles for loss. I don't know when he got the other one, not including the sack. But that means he does complete the breakout challenge. Interception for Richardson, and of course the 2 safeties by Davis-Gaither and Sweat, plus the other one on the holding by Penei Sewell. And a major shout out to Jack Fox. He's the player of the game. 3 punts inside the 20, 2 directly leading into a safety. We do not win that game without Jack Fox. So Josh Sweat, as I said, completes the breakout challenge. He now has superstar development. What a big deal this is for Sweat, who through 7 games, I think has been our best defensive player. He's probably been our best overall player other than Devontae Smith and Zebediah Phoenix. That's how good he's been. Just an unbelievable start to the year for Josh Sweat. Now that he has superstar development, he has a chance to turn into a really good player. Next episode, we got the trade deadline. I also plan on doing 2 games next episode. That's not final, but I would like to get weeks 8 and 9 against Dallas and Chicago in. Let me know what moves you think we should make at the trade deadline. Since we are 5-2, we are probably going to be more so buyers rather than sellers. So it's going to be a fun trade deadline in which I do hope to add a piece or 2 to really improve this football team. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.